Good Monday morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. If you get a chance, please check out the sermon I preached there in Georgia yesterday. I posted it on my Facebook page. But anyway, let me know how I can pray for you. Shoot me emails, shoot me messages. Today I want to touch a little bit real quick out of Philippians chapter 4, where Paul instructs us to be content no matter what. And I'll read right here. Philippians 4:12. It says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I've learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. Philippians 4:13, a familiar famous verse, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I think Paul is saying that he understood what it meant. Here was a man that was a Pharisee that had it all, riches, fame, everything he needed. But when he was transformed on that road to Damascus, he gave that all up. And he said, I will follow you, Christ, no matter what. He was shipwrecked. He was put in prison. He was beaten. He was almost stoned to death. Yet Paul was content. And I'm sure there was times in Paul's life where he continued to be frustrated, as we all can be. But Paul reminds us right here in verse 11, it says, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I ask you today, I ask myself today as I preach this, how can we be more content with our situation that we're in? And as a believer, nowhere in the Bible does it say that the road is going to be straight all the time. There's going to be temptation. There's going to be storms. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be death and all kinds of other things that we deal with where we may sit back and go, why, God? But do like I've tried to do over the past numerous years. Instead of saying, why, God, I've asked, what can I learn from this, God? Because your strength, my strength comes from you, Lord, right? And Paul is saying he learned to be content. And I'm sure that he had to lean in to Jesus numerous times over and over again. And right here he says, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. And I think this is a Bible verse used out of context many times. But Paul is saying that Christ lives in him. And through that, he can do all things. He can press forward. He can finish strong. He can preach the gospel. Even though he was in prison, he worshiped. Even though he was shipwrecked, he knew what he needed to do, and it was continue to look to Jesus, the author and perfecter of his faith. So today, as you start your morning and you start your week, maybe you're going through something, take the time to talk to the Lord and say, Father, help me to be content in what I'm going through, and help me to give you praise no matter what. Man, I love you guys, and I hope these videos continue to be a blessing. Have a great, great week. See ya.